Okay. Well, good morning, dear client and smart investor. I hope I met you guys well today. Well, we just go live now on Facebook. Well, let's just give just 1 minute for you guys to join us here. So, before we proceed with what we want to do today, please just let's go for 1 minute. Okay. Okay, it's almost 1 minute. We will soon be proceeding. Okay, it's 1 minute. Let's start now. Well, okay. Well, my name still remains the realtor best for business, and I've told you guys already like we'll be having a live meeting today on Facebook concerning the lodge, the new investment in town. What I want to introduce to you guys, how you guys can make your capital gain and the passive income in just one for. So I will do 3 different things. I will sit in here and say something, then I'll show you some things on the screen. Then while I give you some calculations on the board. Okay, so have you ever think about how a hotel is being run? Well, it's very simple. You and I know that a hotel is not owned. A hotel is owned by one person. We know. One person came up with the idea of a hotel. Then different people were part of the dream too. That made a hotel goes to where it is today. Like there are multiple of rooms that are being sold out to people. Then while Lagos state government help them to run their rooms and they get their money. Actually last week I actually looked at the hotel last week and it cost me for just one night 142,000 naira for just one night. And wow, it's an experience. I love it. So it makes the hotel itself makes VI so beautiful. Like if you tell anyone that you're going to VI, the first thing that comes to your head first is the hotel, because the hotel has already covered everything up already. So it dominates Victoria Island especially. So aside from that one too, there are other things too that makes the hotel look so beautiful. And they make us look like their facilities, their pool, their gym, even just to explore a hotel alone is so wonderful. And if you are at the top floor, the view from the top floor, wow, it's such an experience. So people have been thinking about it. It's like we need something better than a hotel. We need something that looks more smarter, something that looks more elegant, that we can put in our money into it. See, I love a hotel so much. Then that is why you see me when I always want to go there. I always want to sleep in the hotel. I always want to do something very good. Other people came with Lackway Lakes, same thing in Lackway Lakes, and it's really doing well. There is a place I also went to in Abuja. That was last 2 months. It's such a wonderful idea going there. So now, the future. What are we looking at in the future? What do we want? What do we feel the future is going to look about? We actually came up with the future city. We have Isimi. We have a lot of things to design, to invent, to design the future, to make the future look so perfect, so wonderful. So that, start thinking about how 2 years is going to be from now. We begin to have a different kind of insight, what we want to be, what we want to be in our surroundings and in our environment, even in our house, what we want to do in our house. We want to make our house so smart and have a luxury inside our own convenience. So recently the development is coming right from Lekki. down to Aja. Now it is a way. It's so funny because if some people will be thinking right now like everywhere is still bushy. Well, that's true, but it's not like the way you left Ekpe now. Ekpe now is it has been redesigned Ekpe to what it is, and we are still designing it to make it look more beautiful, like the way it used to be. So we have a few months ago, or let's say a few years back, we actually launched Isimi Lagos, and a lot of things have come into Isimi Lagos, and what's it called? It's a city on its own. It's a wonderful city on its own that I've always talked about Isimi Lagos, and for the sake of future city, we actually opened a cluster in Isimi Lagos, which is what's called Tech Valley, Orbit 1, full of technologies, a lot of things coming into it, and because of that, we partner with the MIT, the Lagos Business School, with other bodies too, who want to come in and be the part of the future business, and even the Lagos State government will partner with this too as well. So then from there, we begin to bring in different things, new things, that makes it look so smart and so straight to move. Recently, the Nigerian president came to Lagos, that's President Muhammadu Buhari, to commission the seaport in Ekpe. And now, if you see now, the refinery is close to Ekpe, which is at here, what's it called? Eleko, I mean. That axis are where the developments are coming from. And now the international airport has kick-off, and if you can pick the coordinates online now, it is opposite Isimi Lagos from the marina. So you see, I mentioned a few things now. I mentioned the MIT, I mentioned the Lagos Business School, I mentioned the seaports, I mentioned Dangote Refinery, and now I'm mentioning the international airport, which is opposite our Isimi Marina. That is wonderful. Then we came up with an idea like, what can we do? A lot of people who will be coming to Nigeria for tourism. A lot of ships will be coming in to offload on their stuff they brought from diaspora. These people need a place to stay. Those who are coming into Isimi Lagos, that's for the MIT and the Lagos Business School. And the MIT in Lagos now is one of its kind. It's the only one in Africa. It's not just in Africa, it's in Nigeria. Not just in Nigeria, Lagos. Not just in Lagos, Ekpe. And not just in Ekpe, Isimi Lagos. Our estate, my estate. So, it makes it look so wonderful that, a lot of people now who were looking at Isimi Lagos as something different now begin to have so we've really seen the future, how the future actually goes. And now they are coming in, then we come up with an idea of the lodge. What is the lodge? I guess I actually use Eco Hotel as a case study of the lodge, so you can actually understand what I'm talking about. So, I just to get something done here, please. Then, so please hold on. Okay. So let's move on. So now, hold on please, I'm just trying to get something set. Okay. So this is the lodge. Okay. Which shows now like those who are coming to Nigeria for tourism, that's from the new international airport that will be fully completed in the next 2 to 3 years. One, and those who will be coming for professional course at the MIT in Isimi Lagos, those who will be coming for professional courses too for LBS inside Isimi Lagos, those who are on boats cruising, they need a place to stay. Okay, let's take a tertiary institution for an instance. Every year we know the amount of students that gain admission into our tertiary institution, and once they get in there, we begin to look for a place for them to live, a place for them to stay, and for them to have a conducive place where they can focus on lectures. And so we all want to go through in our school stuff. So this same thing goes to the lodge. A lot of people would need a place to stay. So we're coming up with the lodge, and the lodge comes in, what's it called? Okay, so let's go into the screen. I have the screen here we're going to use. So this is the lodge here by Isimi, Lagos. Like I was telling you, like I was saying online, and it was a design of this. Okay, so on this now, there are a lot of units of apartment inside of this blocks. You see, this is a full block, and it has a rooftop. So when these people come around, they're telling you the place to stay, and we're not telling you guys like, okay, fine, we are building the lodge, come and be part of this dream. Come and what's it called, invest in this. Come and make money. That's what we're trying to tell you guys now. That we begin to sell it. Fine, you guys should come and buy each of these blocks. Like I'm showing you here now. Each of these blocks will be sold at a rate of 20 million naira. So when you're buying, you don't have to stress yourself. You don't have to trouble anything. Leave everything to us. He said, come and be part of it. Go slay. Don't stress yourself. You don't have to work. You don't have to be worried how we're going to run this. It's so simple for us to do. All we just need you to do, come and be part of it. Just rate of 20 million naira, you own units on the lodge. So just like the same way I explained, it could also fine. How will your 20 million naira work for you now? That is where we are going into now. So I think we have to use the board now. So we have the board. This is it here. We guarantee let's use this one. So the lodge will be going for 20 million naira. 20 million naira. So what we're focusing on now is how this 20 million naira is going to work for you and will give you a sustainable income. We have two things we are focusing here. We have a capital gain and a passive income. So how are you going to achieve that? How will your money fetch you that? Truth be told, 20 million naira is not a small money, it's a big money, but how would you be guaranteeing like your money is going to fetch you for two? Like I have been promising you for a few days now. Okay, from the lodge we have 365 days in a year. Let's use this. 365 days in a year, and we are guaranteeing you 70% of this for just 1 year. Like I find from 365 days, 70%. Like the 70% is going to result to it results to 200 and because of 73.75. Okay, so this is your own 1 year here because we're guaranteeing you 70%. Your 1 year will no longer be 365 days, it will be 273.75 days. So if we guarantee you 30,000 naira per night or per lodge per day, you don't have to worry how we're going to make it, because you and I know that in Lagos now, short late. If you're doing short late now, you'll be worried. Not every day people will come to lodge. Come to use your short late as one, and you have to run ads and do a lot of things before you can achieve your aim. So we're telling you, like, you don't have to worry about that. We will handle it. We will handle the facilities. We will handle the maintenance. So that is why you are getting just 70% from 365 days. So if you calculate 30,000 naira times 273.75 days, this is days. Sorry, my body is so small. This will result to 8 points equals to 8 points. Let's just say 2 million naira. 8.2 million naira. You're getting 8.2 million naira per annum for your units in the lodge. So now, in just let's multiply this when you're on the point of you getting your capital back, like the amount of years you're going to take to get your capital back. So let's time this by 3 years times 3 years. This will result to 24.6 million naira. 24.6 million naira. So this implies like in just 3 years, you've gotten your capital back. So simple. You see, so even with the capital self, you'll be getting extra 4.6 million naira as a little profit you'll be getting from that 20 million naira. It doesn't end there, please just calm down. It doesn't end there. So once you've gotten your capital back, then you can now decide where do you want to stay. Was it capital gain or passive income? You see, the serious thing about this thing, what I love most about these things, like I love the passive income so much. The two don't make sense. But personally to me, I love the passive income so much because it is sustainable and like you keep getting it. It doesn't end. And it has an appreciated value. This 30k here doesn't stay just like that. After 2 years, there must be an increment. The amount the hotel will sell now is not what they were selling before. I'm very sure, okay, I said I attended the hotel last week for 2,000 naira for just one night, and I'm very certain, like, the price there was 3 years to 4 years ago, it could be just 60,000 naira in a hotel. So the same thing goes here too. So okay, let us just go on the capital gain. So now, after you've earned get your capital back in just that 3 years, which is 24.6 million naira, then you can now decide, like, okay, fine, now I don't want to be part of the game anymore, I want to go, I don't want to, like, I just want to leave it and go. Then you can sell your units. And I can guarantee you, whatever you are buying for 20 million naira, either you get 100% profit on it or you get 80% at the appreciated value. Some could even be 120%, depending on how it keeps going. So, okay, fine. You say you want to sell, I can guarantee you that you'll be selling no less than 35 million naira to 40 million naira. That's if you don't want the part that you want to sell it off. We can still buy from you. So imagine you're getting your capital back in just 3 years and you sell your unit out, you're getting 35 to 40 million naira. That is your capital gain. You're out of the game. Perhaps you can decide, like, fine, I want to continue. I love the business, how it goes, and or probably that period, this 30k later end up to be 50,000 naira per day. Because if you find I still want to be part of the game, I want to continue with you guys, let's move it. Then you continue with it, it's 50,000 naira per day, then calculate to 12 months on 273.75 days. Then that is what is called passive income. Like, you keep getting it per annum. Every year you keep getting it, it's yours. Then the decision is yours now. You can decide, like, now this passive income, I want to be getting it monthly. It's simple. Or I want to get it yearly or per 6 months. So let's do some calculations here. In this now, let's assume, like, in the next, after this kick off, you've been paid for 2 years on the Lord. You now decide, like, you want to step up and continue. Let's just make an assumption, like, it has now increased to 50,000 naira per day. Let's say 50,000 times 273.75 days. Sorry guys, I need to use a calculator. I can't do this on my head. So let's use the calculator here. So calculator. Okay. Let's hold on this. So you guys we just need to be specific before we say, so we won't say something different. So okay, so let's move on. Sorry dear. Okay. So let's do it now. That is 50,000 naira times 273.75 days. Then it will give us okay, I think let me just put on the screen so we can have a view. Okay. Okay, this is it here. Let me do it again like now. Okay, fine. At the end of that 2 years for the first subscription you made, and you want to continue with it, let's just guarantee like it ends with it 50,000 naira per day. So we do it in like 50,000 times 3.75 days. Oh, sorry, there's a mistake here. I didn't do it well. 30,000 times 273.75 days. I'm still making a mistake. It should be 50,000 times 273.75 days will give us 13.6 million naira. So it's a very sweet deal. It's a win-win deal. Like when you keep doing it, you will keep getting your return. Like this is the business that your children can actually inherit. It's so smart whereby you can give it to children. Like you want to share inheritance, this is part of your inheritance. You just assign this to one of the child. Like you can take this. And we are not just selling just one. We are selling two. We are selling three. We are selling four. We sell your whole blocks depending on what you want. Like right now, we're selling a rate of 20 million per blocks right now, and we are having more than 50 units inside each block. So if you're selling for, you can actually decide to go for one block or perhaps the amount of units you want. And trust me guys, the more you buy, the lesser the years you will get your capital and your income. So it's a win-win deal. So thank you so much for joining the live video. My name still remains Bello Momini Richard. I'm always here for you. And for those who are not part of this, you can actually watch. Again, I'm going to post it. So you can watch this, and if you want to call, you can actually call me on my line to let us continue this, and it's a win-win. Trust me, you'll love it. You can reach me on WhatsApp at 070-451-82381. Drop a message on Messenger. You can reach me on Instagram at the realtor_B4B. That's best for business. You can reach me on Twitter at BillOmomini8. I'm always there. You can reach me, and we only have limited blocks left. We have limited blocks left. I already have 40 people. I'm going to 150 people who are going to buy from me. Limited blocks. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.